The extension of a legacy. What elevates the current pact beyond symbolism is its practical scope in the contemporary strategic environment. Omay Aimen, Newspaper Opinions Columns, September 19, 2025. From the sands of history to the evolving realities of the present, the bond between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia has carried a legacy far deeper than formal treaties or diplomatic gestures. It is a relationship rooted in shared faith, historic sacrifices, and decades of political as well as military trust. What makes the newly signed Mutual Defense Pact remarkable is not merely its timing but also the depth of continuity it represents in a partnership that has outlived regimes, wars, and shifting global alignments. The signing of this agreement is not an isolated milestone but part of a continuum stretching back to when Saudi leaders extended support to the Muslim League even before Pakistan's inception. Few, few alliances in the modern Muslim world have shown such resilience, and the Pakistan Saudi Defense Pact reaffirms this tested fraternity by institutionalizing military cooperation in an era when the geopolitics of the Middle East and South Asia are undergoing rapid transformation. It also reflects how Islamabad, after navigating years of internal turbulence and external hostility, is rediscovering its potential role as a guarantor of regional stability. History provides a rich backdrop to understand why this pact carries profound symbolic weight. As early as 1940, Crown Prince Saud bin Abdulaziz Al Saud visited Karachi with his brothers, meeting leaders of the All India Muslim League and signing solidarity with the cause of Muslim self determination in South Asia. Just 3 years later, in 1943, in the midst of famine, the founder of the kingdom, King Abdulaziz, personally donated 10,000 pounds to Quaid-e-Azam's Bengal Relief Fund, a gesture that stitched a human connection into political alignment. By 1947, when Pakistan emerged on the world map, Saudi Arabia was among the very first nations to recognize it, and Quaid-e-Azam reciprocated by sending Sir Firoz Khan Noon to introduce the new state of the Islamic world. These early steps crystallized into a treaty of friendship in 1951, laying a foundation for deeper collaboration. The visits that followed Governor General Ghulam Muhammad's journey to Riyadh in 1953, King Saud's trip to Karachi in 1954, and the establishment of Saudabad town in his name were more than a ceremonial events. They cemented a narrative of trust that would shape future cooperation. The present agreement is thus not an improvisation but a natural extension of a legacy in which both nations have consistently sought one another's partnership in times of challenge and opportunity. What elevates the current pact beyond symbolism is its practical scope in the contemporary strategic environment. Saudi Arabia hosts over 2.5 million Pakistani expatriates whose remittances are a lifeline for the economy, while Riyadh has time and again provided economic cushions during Pakistan's financial crunches. Now the relationship is shifting from one-sided support to mutual defense, joint training, and a shared security architecture. Pakistan, having recently demonstrated its military resilience in the face of Indian aggression, emerges as a credible security provider rather than a mere recipient of aid. Its success in counter-terrorism campaigns, proficiency in guerrilla warfare, and superior conventional capabilities underscore its relevance to the Middle East at a time when regional security is under constant strain from conflicts, proxy wars, and external interventions. For Saudi Arabia, aligning militarily with a tested nuclear armed ally diversifies its security partners and reduces reliance on Western powers, thereby providing greater autonomy in pursuing its own regional ambitions. For Pakistan, this pact is a recognition of its strategic utility, giving it diplomatic leverage and renewed standing in the global Muslim community. Equally important is the political leadership and institutional synergy that made this agreement possible. The role of Pakistan's Special Investment Facilitation Council, the proactive diplomacy of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, and the consistent efforts of Field Marshal General Asim Munir in improving Pakistan's international image have converged to secure such landmark breakthroughs. The unprecedented welcome extended to Pakistan's Prime Minister by the Saudi Royal Air Force is not a routine gesture of protocol, it is a symbolic affirmation that Islamabad is being acknowledged as a trusted partner whose strategic contributions are valued. This is where the agreement not only transcends defense cooperation but it also signals that Pakistan is reclaiming space in the international order after years of economic and political uncertainty. While foreign direct investment flows are a parallel fruit of this enhanced trust, the military pact itself gives Pakistan an edge to re-establish itself as a responsible regional power whose strategic depth can be shared with allies in pursuit of collective security. Beyond its bilateral value, the pact also carries wider implications for the Muslim world. In an era of fractured alliances and shifting blocs, the convergence of Saudi Arabia and Pakistan points toward the possibility of an independent Islamic security framework. Pakistan's mix of conventional strength, nuclear deterrence, and tested counterterrorism experience makes it more than a defender of its own borders. Rather, it can serve as a net security provider for the Middle East. This is not an abstract vision. Pakistan has already shown its ability to repel external threats while defeating internal insurgencies. For Riyadh, such cooperation provides a stronger shield against instability, whether from non state actors or regional rivalries. For the broader Muslim community, it sets a precedent for relying on each other rather than on outside powers with conflicting interests. In essence, the pact is both a reaffirmation of historic friendship and a step toward redefining collective security in a multipolar world. Umme Aimen, the writer, frequently contributes to issues concerning national and regional security, focusing on matters having a critical impact on these milieux. She can be reached at ummeaimen333 @gmail.com. Thank you.